students, welcome to my backyard. I decided to film here today because, well, to tell you the truth, I tried filming in the place I usually do and I was having so much problems with technology. I filmed a whole video and then I went to look at it after and it was all like, I was all slow motion and my voice was all messed up with everything. And then I tried it again and then for some reason the whole half screen was cut off and ugh. So anyway, I just thought I would take my camera here outside. Now what I was going to show you is a guy's site. His name is Joey Carbstrong, so make sure you have a look at him afterwards. Joey Carbstrong is an animal rights activist from Australia, and what he did is he set up a stand outside and he was giving away free samples of human meat and people were eating it. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Well, at the end, what actually ended up happening is it turned out it was not human meat. It was vegan meat. And he was just doing a social experiment to see, would people eat human meat if they eat cow's meat, chicken meat, and lamb meat, and all of these other things? Would they eat human meat? Now, the whole spin there was he called it meat, like humane meat. So what he said is that, and the packaging looks so real, he had taken out the Beyond Burgers and he had put these stickers on there that explained that it was ethically sourced and that it was came from donors. So for example, for me, after I die, what I would like is I would like my body returned to nature so that the animals can eat me. Why not? Why would I want to be burned? What does that do? It just pollutes the environment. Why would I want to be put in the ground and just left there in some sort of a casket? Like, don't waste money on a casket for me. Just bring me out to the forest somewhere or dump me in the ocean and just let the animals eat me. Let me go back to nature. I'm gonna be dead. So that would be the best thing for the environment. Just don't even take off all my clothes, like recycle my clothes, reuse my clothes, give them to somebody, wash them and put them in a shelf somewhere or a secondhand store. Don't put me in the ocean full of clothes because that's a waste. Anyway, that's what I think is the best thing. But let's get back to this idea of humane meat. So what he was saying is that these people were giving their bodies and they were donating them after they died, and they said, look, rather than having these go to waste, let's let people eat them. And so they said they were processed, like, you know, take out the bones and take out the flesh and put all the meat together and pack it into a patty, and who would eat it? So it was fascinating actually to watch, because there were so many people that were angry that said, how dare you do this? This is terrible. And then he would say, well, but you eat other animals who don't give consent. Those ones are murdered without their consent. These people, these humans, died of natural causes or whatever. They agreed to give their bodies. I don't know what his full story was, but let's say somebody wanted to, I don't know, you know, end their own life. They could just say, okay, I end my life and I want to give my body. You can give your body to science after you die. So these people said, I want to give my body to be eaten by anybody who wants to eat my body. Anyway, I thought it was very interesting because there were some people who were actually pretty keen on it. They're like, okay, I'll try that. I'll try human meat. And some of them, well, I don't know if some of them were vegan or not, but the point of the matter is that being vegan is about not hurting anyone. It's not really about food at all. So let's say somebody died and left their body, and I had a decision if I could eat that body or not. It would be a vegan thing to do if they left it out of their own free will, because it's all about doing the least amount of harm. So what would you guys do? That's what I'm curious about. Would you try human meat? Would you eat a cat? Would you eat a dog? If you would or if you wouldn't, write it down below. What kind of animals would you eat, or what kind of animals would you not eat? Would you eat human animals, non-human animals, or no animals? Now personally, I would eat no animals, not even a human, because I just don't see the need for it. And although I know it might be ethical under those circumstances, we don't have a system in place right now to make sure that this is done properly, and we don't know what the condition of the body is in. Like, if somebody died from cancer, like, do you want to eat all their cancer cells? And I know in the meat and dairy and egg industries, well, in the dairy industry, for example, when you drink milk, you're drinking tons of pus that's in there. They have pus, they have a certain amount that they're actually legally allowed to leave in there. It's pretty gross. And if you're eating eggs, they literally come out of a chicken's butt. Like, how are you ever, like, would you eat something that came out of my butt? Like, would you eat something that even came out of your best friend's butt? Oh God, maybe I don't want to know the answer to this. Anyway, you know, when it comes to the meat industry, if they have a piece of meat that they see, we've seen reports of this, where it goes down the assembly line and they see a piece of meat, like a pork chop or something that has something that looks like cancer in there, they just cut that part out and just give you the rest of it. Like, isn't that disgusting? Just think of what you're eating. Why not eat plants? Veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, put those in your shopping cart, because peace everywhere in the world begins on your plate. So open up your heart. Don't be a speciesist person. Be somebody who is kind. Now, in the comments, write to me your thoughts on this. Don't just write a bunch of meat emojis like meat, meat, meat. Like, write me some actual thoughts that you've had. And if you see somebody in there who's being vegan phobic, call them out. Because being vegan phobic is just the same as being racist or homophobic. We here, animal defenders, are just here to talk about the animals. We want to make sure that they are as protected as possible. We don't want baby chicks, when they are born as boys, to be sent down an assembly line and murdered, cut up into a million parts just because they can't lay eggs. We don't want baby cows to have their throats slit and to be turned into veal sandwiches and to be turned into leather coats and boots and jackets for no reason, when there are so many other things that we can wear that and make out of products that come from recycled plastic. Okay, being vegan is about doing the least harm. Don't drink milk. Milk comes from a cycle of violence where these females, these mother cows, are raped. They are forced to be pregnant against their will. Their babies are removed. It is all wrong, and there's no necessity for it whatsoever. So in the comments below, talk vegan to me. Tell me, what is the thing that is stopping you from being the most vegan, or what is the hardest part? If you're having trouble with anything at all, just Google some healthy vegan recipes. Just go to bosch.tv or howdoigovegan.com. And if you're not sure about what I'm talking about and you really don't believe what I'm saying, go and watch the important documentary called watchdominion.com. It's all one word, watchdominion.com, or a shorter one is don'twatch.org. But I do recommend watchdominion.com. If you have Netflix, you can go to Seaspiracy and Cowspiracy to learn more. And after that, just come back and let me know. But in the comments, write to me. What stops you from being vegan? Is it the cheese? Is that the hardest part? And if so, let me help you and guide you to some videos where you can find the best vegan cheeses. Or just Google them yourself. Do a little research, do a little project, buy a bunch of them and put them down and do a taste test yourself. Vegan cheeses. And by the way, I want to thank people who have started to send me vegan products to taste test. That is so cool. Because after you saw me evaluating Chris's video, you started to send me some vegan products. And that's amazing. Like, feel free, send me whatever you want. I'm super happy to try your product, and most likely I'm going to give it a thumbs up, because just the fact that it's vegan, just the fact that you're trying to make this world a better place means a lot to me. So thanks again for being here, and coming up on the screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Go and watch those, be curious, look around, but as soon as you're done all that, make sure you come back in the comment section and type to me what it is that you think. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, it's fine. I know not everybody's ready to be vegan all at once in the same day, all in the same shot. It takes 100 clicks to become vegan. But I'm proud of you for just being here. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.